Have you with us? Well, continued Ukrainian shelling of civilian areas has been reported near the border in Russia. 2 people were killed, while at least 14 were injured. This during an attack on the town of Shebekino. This all according to local officials. Earlier, our correspondent Marina Kozareva joined me in the studio for an update.
I've been looking through some of the videos, especially through Telegram channels that we're seeing coming up much faster these days. And in the videos there, we can see that people are driving through a plume of smoke. Some are trying to escape. Some are trying to see what happened. We can even see people out there waiting in the ambulance services to arrive. We know that 11 people have been injured. 4 of them are in critical condition in the hospital right now. Also, 2 are dead, as we know, including a 16-year-old boy. 15,000 people have been left without electricity, although locals are saying that it will take about 5 to 6 hours to fix. The Belgorod region shares a 400-kilometer border. There's several attacks. We're talking about power infrastructures. There was a fire at a substation. There was an explosion at an ammunition warehouse, at different energy facilities and other infrastructure. And of course, let's not forget, just recently, who were mobilized in Moscow. They volunteered to go, and they were in training in the Belgorod region, and 2 of them opened the fire on fellow volunteers, and we saw 11 people killed there and 15 people injured. And I personally know people who live in Belgorod region, and they're saying that they're scared. They can hear shelling every single day. Sometimes either they're flying through before they're being intercepted. So they're living in fear and not knowing exactly what to do. But also, what's interesting is that the governor of the Belgorod region recently announced that they're living in fear and not knowing exactly what to do. But also, what's interesting, at least so that there's less movement in the region, and also those who are studying if they could go to distant learning.
Meanwhile, across the front line, Ukraine has restricted power supplies to several central regions of the country. That includes Kiev. So following it, across the front line, Ukraine morning. A state-run power company has said the damage was greater than after similar strikes and previous attacks on energy infrastructure on this Saturday morning. A state-run power company has said the damage was great currently without power in those regions. Now, air raid alerts, explosions reported in central and western regions. Earlier, Moscow confirmed it was conducting high-precision strikes on Ukrainian energy infrastructure and military command centers in retaliation for attacks on critical Russian infrastructure. Now, shelling by Ukrainian forces continues to blight the lives of those living in residential areas of Donetsk. Several buildings have been damaged in some of the very latest attacks in the Petrovsky region. Local officials say there were no casualties, though our correspondent Roman Kosarev did manage to visit the scene.
This is just one of many neighborhoods in Donetsk that is under constant fire by the Ukrainian military. It's purely residential. Now, this particular house came under fire on Friday evening when all residents were here. No casualties here, no human casualties. However, a dog was killed. Also, quite a lot of damage to the house itself. Take a look at the windows. They're all blown out. There are shards from the rocket everywhere in the house, and this is where the shell fell. According to officials, this was a 155 millimeter NATO-made shell. Now you can still hear the sounds of artillery in this neighborhood. 55 millimeter right behind this car as the shell fell right here. Miraculously, he survived. He only received a concussion, but the car has been completely destroyed.
We've had no water since February, so have to bring water. We just got out of the car with my brother and we're about to bring water inside the house. My wife was at home.
My husband was near the entrance to the house when the windows were blown.
Inside the house, my wife was at home.
My husband was near the entrance to the house when the windows were blown out. His brother was standing by the car, and the strike hit him right there. Everything was shrouded in smoke, and I honestly thought something had happened to him. My parents live nearby. Shrapnel flew into their windows. All the furniture was broken. Even the wall was damaged. Thank God no one was hurt.
This is just one of many hospitals that is in this room.
There was a shelling of the Kiev region. When I was on the street, I heard a blast and I felt a kick to the back of my head. Probably it was a brick sent flying. Dust was everywhere. I felt blood running down my face. We immediately called the ambulance and the